Graham, since attending a Zest4 partner event, how has this helped your business with that IoT journey we're going to talk about today?
Well, our customers have the problems and they need a solution. So we've been working with them and they've educated us on the different ways of gaining tech connectivity out there. They've brought in multiple networks and been able to manage it through all one portal has ticked a number of the boxes. And the flexibility in working with yourselves and getting the solution out there has really been good.
Yeah. And how's that conversation going with customers particularly? Are the words IoT being used, or is it more about...
More customers come to you with they don't really mention the word IoT. They mainly come to you with, we need connectivity. We don't really care about how we get it as long as we get the connectivity to those devices. By speaking to Zest and their team, we've been able to engage in conversations about how the best way of obtaining that connectivity is, whether it be through a static IP, whether that's a public connection or a private IP. They've been able to advise us and the best way of going down that route, really.
Go on, Anton.
I just think one of the key ones, particularly working with Graham, as Graham said, we've looked at a few opportunities and Graham's managed to secure a very, very sizable opportunity that initially we were looking at. We had some trial SIMs just out on a UK basis. This has turned into a pan-European deal operating across 4 countries with a rollout of in excess of 2,000 SIMs. And it was only working with Graham. And Graham, leaning on our expertise as well, we were able to identify what the pain point was for the end user, because there was a significant pain point, and come up with a solution that meant they could roll out what they needed to roll out without it affecting the existing infrastructure.
Sure. Okay. Well, let's talk about these SIMs. What exactly were they being used in and for?
But they've gone in a 4G router, 4G normal 4-port router, like an industrial grade one. And then that plugs into the network of around about 3 or 4 PCs in these sites around UK and Europe. That gives the customer able to log in and see these routers, make sure that they're working, and connect to multiple sites in the UK and across Europe. So,
what kind of customer is this? So can you tell us?
Well,
or is that going a bit too far?
You
don't need a name and address.
No. Not about to give me pipeline away or anything like that. But no, they came to us with the problem. We then spoke to Zest and we came up with the solution. And it's all through working with Zest and Arcessa, going through that one portal. We were able to, we've got it across multiple networks across UK and Europe, and now we're looking at further afield as well, going into Russia and stuff like that. So it's a great opportunity for us, and it was great working with Zest on the opportunity, because they were able to educate us and work with us to make sure that it was the right solution for them.
To get to the point where we rolled out the routers, I think the customer realised that they needed some automation in the business, but they weren't able to use their existing infrastructure and wireless structure. They didn't want to compromise it by having something else in there. So hence why we had to look at some additional devices that would support what they had in place with their existing infrastructure.
Support is the cornerstone of Zest4's approach to their partners, so I hear, as we were talking about earlier. Do you find the value of this throughout your working relationship? Graham, what sort of value are you getting from that?
The main key thing for us is they sell, they introduce themselves very much like we introduce ourselves to our clients, really. And it's about building the right solution for your customer. And working with them, it was great because they basically said, well, let's run a trial. Yeah, and basically these days, if customers are trying something new, they don't want a big commitment. They don't want to be committing to something for 24 months if they don't know it's going to work. And what we were able to do with Zest is we were able to put a trial in with my initial client. We tested it, we made sure it was right, and it worked. And
has there been any frustration around that trial from a customer point of view? The fact that it's not established, you have to go through that concept stage, prove it works, and then it's deployed.
Well, that's part of winning business. Yeah, you have to prove yourself. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, you're nothing. Do you know what I mean? So it proof's in the pudding,
Yeah.
as they always say. So
One of the things,
yeah.
some of the things that are critical for being successful in a reseller channel from a Zest4 point of view is being able to offer product and services, support with no risk or minimum risk to the partner.
Yeah.
So at Zest4, we don't have any direct sales. Everything we do is through channel. So if our channel partners aren't successful and don't sell anything, we're out of business. So we have to do everything within our powers to enable them to sell our products and solutions.
Graham.
No, it's just been good working with them, and I think the key thing for us and the key growth for us as a business is going to come from M2M, IOT. As developers increase the products in the market, we're just going to be looking forward to working with them, to getting the SIMs out there, building the right tariffs for them, monitoring it, and making sure that our customers are looked after, really.
Lovely.
So as more products get into the market, it's going to be great for us.